What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Best of Pay-Per-View Build-A-Figure Paul Bearer. Now yes, we finally have Paul Bearer in hand, and he does come with Neville. We'll get onto Neville, but first, it does say Build-A-Figure for Paul Bearer. Really excited that we got Paul Bearer on American soil now. He used to be in a Toys R Us wave that never quite saw the light of day. In some places it did, but it does say Neville. A picture of the man that gravity forgot. This is, of course, from his WrestleMania 30 attire, which I'm trying to think, did he come out at WrestleMania 30? I don't think he did. Maybe WrestleMania 31? I'll have to go back and take a look. But anyway, collect these 4 superstars to build a Paul Bearer figure. We have Rusev, The Undertaker, of course Neville, and Chris Jericho. All 4 of these figures do give you a Paul Bearer action figure. Really excited I found this guy. So what I'm going to do is take a little break, get him open up, and then we'll go on to the rest of his review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Neville posing out of the packaging. Now before we get on to Neville, let's actually go on to his Build-A-Figure pieces, I should say. He does come with both arms of Paul Bearer, which I'm really looking forward to putting Paul Bearer together. This one does have some slight quality control issues with the hand and bicep, so something that I'll need to take a look at when I get them all together. But anyway, here are his arms, and we'll just connect those off camera. And so here we have Neville, because WWE doesn't like first names. Here we have Neville out of the packaging, and no, you're not imagining things. He is slightly off-centered. And by off-centered, I mean he is tilting at an angle. And that is where I think the biggest complaint I have with my figure. We'll go into that in a little bit, but let's actually go on to some of his details really fast. And my God, that makes him hard standing. But like I said, we'll go on to the figure right now, and I'll explain what I really don't like about it. And here we have Neville, and I'm going to say Mattel did a really good job capturing his likeness. You know, it actually looks like Neville. You can even see his pointy little face with the big ears. The only complaint I have with the hair is that it's too short. This is when he was in NXT. His hair actually got longer when he got called up to the main roster. But then we move down to his wristbands or wrist guards, and you can see nice detailing there on both sides. And then we have his logo right here, the man that gravity forgot. And yes, you're not seeing that his tights on his torso and his legs are 2 different purples. You can't notice it unless you have it under harsh lights like I do, but it is something to take note in. Actually, you know what? There's some of that purple right here peeking through. I wonder. But anyway, if you were to line his tights up, his leg would be at this strange angle and you can't get him to stand. But mine has trouble standing because of his calves. If you notice that, it looks like the left calf or the left foot isn't attached properly. This is where my figure draws the biggest complaint and huge quality control issues. Let's zoom out a little bit. If you want to have, this is on mine, it's not going to be on all figures, but it is something to take notice. You can see his calf really doesn't line up to the mold right here versus the right leg where everything lines up. You can see this kick pad going right up into the calf. On here, it kind of doesn't match up, and there's a reason for that. If we turn the kick pads facing the same way, you'll notice that it has a fold here, and that exact same fold is also right here. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, Mattel screwed the pooch on this figure, on mine in particular, and he has 2 right calves. If you, like, his foot is pointing straight, but the calf is going off at an angle. And to really have it the right way, you need to have it like that. But now his foot is pointing at an angle. This is actually like one of the most noticeable quality control issues I have ever had on a figure like this. And like I said, you can obviously tell when you look at the feet how this one matches up with the kick pads. This one doesn't. This one's a little off-centered, which, well, actually, it's a lot off-centered, actually. So, really, really poor quality control with Mattel on my figure. I don't think all other figures are going to be like it. It's just something to take notice of. Now let's zoom the camera back out so we can go on to Neville's articulation. He has a bulge in the head. He can barely look up, slightly look down, moves his head left and right. Tilts his head okay to both sides. You just gotta force it a little. Arms on a bulge and go out. Do a full 360. He spins at the bicep, single jointed in the elbow, spins and bends at the wrist. He has a waist swivel. Legs go forward to about that far. Back a really good bit. He is single jointed in the knee. Swivel at the boot. His ankle hinge really doesn't work going forward because his kick pads are sculpted in such a way that his foot actually has this lip, and when you try moving it up, it gets caught on his kick pad. But it moves down fairly well, so you're not going to get him in too many dynamic poses because he is basic, but then he is hindered in articulation by his kick pads. But anyway, that's Neville for you, so what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, and we'll wrap up this review, so sit tight everyone. And here we have Neville posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like the figure. I just wish that mine had a left calf instead of two right calves. Kind of sucks, but I know somewhere out there there's an Adrian Neville with two left calves, so if you're the guy who has the two left calf Adrian Neville, get hold of me and we'll exchange Adrian Neville calves. Or excuse me, Neville, because WWE doesn't like first names. Overall, I really do like this figure. I just wish that Mattel would either go with plastic or paint, because under harsh lights it's pretty noticeable and you can really see it on camera. But he is essential if you're going to build Paul Bearer. So if you're looking for Paul Bearer, this is the only way you're going to be able to get him complete, because he does come with the arms, and Paul Bearer needs arms. If you're looking for these guys, the Best of Pay-Per-View series is exclusive to Walmart and run you about $12.98, 14 something with tax. If you can find them and you really need Paul Bearer in your collection, go ahead and pick these guys up. And this is actually the first time Neville is in this attire, I believe. So, you know, it's an updated figure. So if you're looking for an updated Neville, this is your first crack at him. And this is King Dragons 5000 saying, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, tell me what you think of Neville, check out all my other figure reviews and all my other wrestling figure reviews. And until next time, take care everyone.